Hey everybody, we're going to do a quick banana circle update. It's been 3.5, I want to say 3 weeks, but maybe it's less, since I put this banana circle in. Those of you that watch, you see you remember how we did this. Um, what I'm doing is a little maintenance here. If you look, we've got all this cowpea. This is all cowpea, and this is a legume. It's a nitrogen fixing plant. Got tons of it coming up everywhere. I don't want it everywhere. I had planted down here cantaloupe, and I'd like the cantaloupe to grow. So what I'm going to do is prune down, well, I already have pruned down a bunch of the cowpea. And by pruning it down, it's going to do two things. It gives me added light for the cantaloupes, which is what I want to grow. And it gives me, because I just drop this stuff, you cut and drop it, it mulches around the soil too. Now, all the bananas have done real well except this one, which is funny because this is the one I thought would have done the best. Although it looks like we're starting to get some growth. Or, hard to see. Hard to see. All right, I'd be honest, I don't know anything about bananas. So I'm just going to let them grow and see what happens. But all the other ones have shown growth. We got good growth. The papaya, in fact, let's take a look here. Some of these other plants, all right, this tomato, it's fantastic. Now, granted, I water this with the water that comes out of the aquaponics filter. So every time I drain the aquaponics filter, I bring the water from that filter over here and I water all of this. So this is not just getting watered, it's getting the nitrogen, the nutrient-rich water from the aquaponics system. But this papaya went through a pretty significant transplant shock. But now if you look, it's got a lot of new growth, and it's perking up beautifully. Okay, and my wife said to me, "Why on earth are you planting this stuff?" Because I've got this and the hibiscus, and I love the hibiscus. It's a beautiful flower. There's just nothing like it. And you know, there's one reason to plant that. It's pretty. Nice to have something pretty once in a while. Nice to be out in the garden and look at God's creation and say, man, that is amazing. And it's beautiful. And nothing like it. You get to see the beauty of God's creation. And those of you that don't believe in God, well, then Mother Nature or whatever you want to call it. But it's nice to come out. I come out here and I fiddle around with the aquaponics system, and I come over here and I fiddle around with this, and I get beautiful flowers. I get food. All right, here's another example. Here we go. I've got this tomato. I want this tomato to grow. So we're going to cut back the cowpeas and fill in around it. Now, all of this pruning has multiple purposes. Now, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea what this is. I didn't plant it. It's a weed. But cut the root off of it and throw the root in there. But I'll leave the rest of it here. Same thing here. Don't know what that is. Didn't plant it. I think that's the same thing. But we'll put these in. All we're doing is mulching in. All right, now what I've cleared, I've pruned out all the cowpea. The shade that the cowpea was creating is gone. The dominant now is this tomato. So this tomato is going to get the sunlight before everything else. Right? Over here, same thing. I want this cantaloupe to grow. So we're just going to lop down some of this. Get the cantaloupe some light. I have a feeling. There we go. All right, we want the cantaloupe to take over, even though this stuff is here to give nitrogen to the soil. The cowpeas are doing that. Every time we cut these, they drop, so they self-prune some of the roots. The roots are where the nitrogen is. They're dropping that nitrogen into the soil. And we had a massive rainstorm the other day. And I realized that I really need to make this swale bigger if I want to funnel more water. The thing is, I don't think I need to. That rainstorm, this was totally flooded. Now this is about 3 feet deep, filled with compost, or filled with compostable materials. And I just keep throwing stuff in it. You see the coconuts? We get coconut water every week. Guy comes by with fresh coconuts. We get that. We throw it in here. Well, my wife drinks the coconut water. We throw the coconuts in here. So, there's a banana circle update. I may, next time you see this, I will probably have extended this swale over, and it will trap much more of the water than it does. But it's trapping plenty of water as it is. So I hope you guys are learning something. Here's a quick one. This is a pineapple. And the pineapple I really want to dominate this space. So I'm going to just snip that completely down. Same thing. I want this pineapple to dominate here. Don't want it fighting for resources with the peas. Even though I have this tomato here, the pineapple is going to be here a lot longer than this tomato. And we're seeing a lot of new growth on this pineapple. I'm going to have to show you guys how I did the pineapple, because it's amazing how these things grow. Alright, and there we stand. If you have any questions, any thoughts, any suggestions, please let me know. Thanks.